Hello and welcome to this November 10th, 2010 video version of Invested Central's Chart of the Day. I'm Tom Bowley, Invested Central's Chief Market Strategist, and it's my pleasure to provide you today's Chart of the Day. This Chart of the Day is brought to you by StockCharts.com, simply the web's best financial charts. Today we're taking a look at about a $1.7 billion healthcare company. This is Medicis Farm Corp, ticker symbol MRX. This was a stock actually that we had provided to our members over the weekend as a possible setup. You can see we had actually broken down below the 50-day moving average. Things technically, actually, if you look at a lot of these different signals, don't look, the technicals don't look that great. The MACD has broken below the center line, pointing straight down. Volume really has picked up here on the break below the 50-day moving average. The RSI, which generally holds around 40 during uptrends, on any pullbacks, usually the RSI will hold 40. That broke down, went down to about 35. So you sit here and you look at this, you say, what the heck could you possibly like about this chart? Well, keep in mind for us, the number one indicator above everything else is price volume. So if I've got the right setup in terms of price and volume, then I tend to ignore the other indicators, or at least I don't pay as much attention to those indicators. So even though the MACD doesn't look particularly good, the volume picked up on the break below the 50-day, the RSI broke down below 40. Some of those things normally would indicate to me that this isn't something I want to get involved with on the long side. But let's not lose sight of the fact that we had a top back here in early January 2010 up near 28. We did it again in early August right up near 28. And after pulling back and putting in like almost like a handle type formation here, we made a breakout above $28. And you can see down here it wasn't annotated, but the volume on this push through 28 was of the confirming variety. It was a very strong volume move to the upside. We took out 28. We continued pushing higher, and notice once we broke above 28, we never came back and retested this price support level. It was resistance, you break above it, and then prior resistance becomes support. So on this move down, yes, the volume's been heavy. Yes, we lost the 50-day moving average. Yes, the MACD has fallen below the center line. Obviously, there's some negatives here, but the one positive that I like, and it's kind of ironic because in our market chatter that went out to our members, our premier members today, MRX was mentioned again, and we said the key number to watch on MRX is 27.99. So even though we went down to 27.75 intraday, the close today actually was 27.99. So it came back up and held right where it needed to in terms of price support. So I think the action tomorrow on Wednesday is going to be really big in terms of whether or not this area holds or not. You might see a little bit of a gap down, but if you do, I would expect to see some sort of reversing candlestick. If it doesn't reverse at this level, then it's got a lot more technical issues to deal with, especially if the volume is big on another close lower. So MRX is going to have some really interesting technicals lining up on Wednesday. We'll have to see how the stock performs, but this is the area where technically it should turn if it's going to remain healthy from a price volume standpoint. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation today. Be sure to check out our chart of the day every day at InvestedCentral.com. While you're there, sign up for our free weekly Market Pulse newsletter and have the chart of the day emailed directly to you. Happy trading.